Each guitar we import and distribute receives a special setup here in our California workshop. I'm going to show you exactly what we do. Here are some of the tools I use. Crowning file, fret edge file, a straight edge, fret guards, calipers, a bastard file with sandpaper on it, safe release tape, a 5-ounce plastic covered hammer, a Dremel tool, buffing compound, and then I use Novus plastic number 2 to remove fine scratches from the edge of the fingerboard, and also 4-0 steel wool. I rest the body on a piece of carpet and the neck on a big block of cork covered with a piece of paper towel. Then I lower the tension of the strings like this and pull the strings to the side of the nut. I insert a nail buffing file to keep the strings apart. Protect the area next to the fingerboard with low adhesive masking tape. And cover the soundboard with a piece of cardboard to protect it from scratches. To check the levelness of the frets, I put a straight edge on 3 frets at a time, and I push down on both edges. These are okay. This is okay. This is a little bit high, so I bang it in. This is okay now. If a number of frets are high, I level all of them with 120 grit sandpaper over a bastard file which is glued to a block of wood. Next, I file the fret edges on an angle with a smaller file covered with 120 grit sandpaper. To further smooth the fret end, I use a small Swiss file which has been made smooth on the bottom. I use this file to cut off the corner of the fret end so it is not sharp. Then I use 2 different diamond crowning files, one which is 150 grit and one which is 300 grit, to round the top of the fret. Next, I use a specially prepared triangle file, the edges of which have been smoothed to prevent damage to the fingerboard. With this file, I can round the ends of the fret. Using a small metal fret guard to protect the fingerboard, I sand each fret with 320 grit sandpaper, which is wrapped around a rubber eraser. Then I polish each fret with 4-0 steel wool, which is the finest grade you can get. The last step is to polish the fret with buffing compound. When I shape the edge of the saddle that will be in contact with the strings, I slant it to one side. The higher edge will be toward the sound hole. The saddle is slanted so the highest edge is toward the sound hole. It is slanted like this. This slant allows the string to slide over the saddle when it's being tuned, and it seems to help produce the best sound. I also check the height of the nut. This is done by pressing the string between the 2nd and 3rd fret and looking at the height of the string over the 1st fret. It should not be touching. There should be a little gap, the thickness of a typical business card. If the action is too low, the nut can be shimmed up with a piece of paper or cardboard under it. If it is too high, the bottom of the nut can be sanded. The nut can be sanded on the bottom because it's never glued in. On solid wood guitars, I add a clear plastic string guard below the bridge to protect the top from string breakage or slippage. This guard should not be removed. When I finish the setup, I tune the guitar up to pitch and play it to listen for buzzes and to check the action. Instruments which have this setup are identified with a Fernandez Music label inside with a unique identification number.